Chapter 3-15A, we're looking at the taxable wages withheld for Stafford Company, and it tells us their EIN number. Let's scroll up here. Here's our EIN number for 2013, and we're going to complete a Schedule B. Now, completing a Schedule B isn't telling us the amount that we deposited, but it's our liability, so we have to calculate the amounts that we owe. So for January 15th, what we're going to do is we'll end up going down here, and on each day that we had a pay period, we'll record the amount of our tax liability. So for January 15th, this is just the employee's portion. So from the employee, if we add all three of these together, that's the total amount that was withheld. But then we also have to calculate the employer's portion, which is going to be 24,500 times 0.062, and then 24,500 times 0.145. So I'll kind of get my calculator up here and show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so first thing I'm going to add all three of these together. Okay, so I have 1,029 plus 355.25 plus 3,185, and that's the employee's portion. So I'm going to write that down. That's 4,569.25 because we're going to want to remember that. So now I'm going to take our 24,500 times our 0.062, and I get 1,519. So I'm going to write that down, and then I'm going to take the 24,500 times the 0.0145, and I get, same thing we did for the employee, 355.25. So I'm going to add back in that 1519 that I calculated plus all of the employee's portion, so 4569.25, and end up with 6,443.50. Okay, so where that's going to go is down here on the 15th. That's my first 6,443.50. Okay, I kind of got ahead of myself a little bit. Let's go ahead and put in the tax ID number. It's 00 and then 00001462, and that's just given right above up here. There's the EIN number, employee identification number, and it wants our name, not our company. So Steve is the one preparing this, and then the calendar year is 2013. And it's for the first quarter, January, February, and March. Okay, so then I'll continue. So they get paid on the 15th and the last day. So I'll go up here and I'll do the same thing that we just did. So on the 31st, so I'll add all of these. Okay, that's my tax liability. Then I'll have to take the gross amount times 0.062 and times 0.0145 and add it all together. So for time's sake, I showed you how to do it with the first one, but we're just going to type them in going forward. So then we add these two together for our total tax liability for month 1 is 12,723.50. Then I had to do the same thing for months 2 and 3, getting paid on the 15th. Our tax liability is 6,760.28, and then on the 28th, sorry, it's February, so the last day of the month is February, 6,892.50. We add both of those together, so February our total tax liability is 13,652.78. Okay, then for month 3 on the 15th, 6,703.36, and the last day of the month is the 29th, the last working day, 6,738.30. We add those together, total tax liability of 13,441.66. So then we add all 3 months together and we get 39,817.94. So as you're going through this, just don't forget to add all these up for the employee portion, and then to calculate the employer portion based on the 6.2% and the 1.45%.